Hi, I'm Void.
I'm Enigma.
This is a CDL Report. Let's get right into it.
Yeah, pretty decent weekend. A lot of upsets.
Oh my god, this was the weekend of upsets.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it was nice to watch. But before we do that, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Did you touch a little grass, go outside a little bit, or we just ignoring all that?
I mean, I touched a little grass, went out a little bit.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
How about you? Have a good
Uh,
weekend?
yeah, not bad, not bad. Watched Thunderbolts. I watched Thunderbolts the other night. That was pretty nice. That was pretty good. I
I've
enjoyed
heard it's
myself.
good.
I really enjoyed myself. Marvel might be back. Probably not, but maybe.
I mean, I saw that new movie Sinners. Pretty good.
How
Pretty
was
good.
that? Yeah, I did not. I have not seen that. I do need to see that at some point.
It's
But
actually a very good movie.
I heard it's wild. Um, enough about that. Let's get into this. We have to before we even get into the weekend. We have to talk about this. It's the change that we clamored for. We wanted this change, and they actually did it. Merc to Optic is very real. Skies to the bench. Merc is in. Void, please take us away.
So this is the second time that we've had the core of Shotzi, Dashy, Hook, and a promising challengers player.
And remind me of what happened last time, because my
They got they
it's
got
a little fuzzy.
They got 2 second places with my man Dan Ghosty.
That they did.
I mean, I think this is a great pickup. Uh, I mean, even with Skies, they've shown that they can actually beat some of the top teams.
Yeah.
Uh, there were close games, obviously, but I mean, this is just an upgrade all around. Skies, he wasn't playing terribly, but at the same time, if someone's always dropping a .7, you're not really going to make it far in any major or champs.
Yeah.
So this just seemed like a change that needed to happen,
Yeah.
but I don't know what dragged their feet for so long to make it happen.
I mean, they just haven't had a consistent roster all year.
I mean,
In the
I've
beginning
seen
of the year, Pred got dropped. After that, Kenny got dropped. Pred came back. Hook got dropped. Hook came back. Pred got dropped. It's been a whole lot of rosters this year for Optic Texas.
I mean, I don't want to talk too much about rumors, but like I did
Mhm.
see like apparently Dashy and Hook wanted to just stick together,
Yeah,
ride
and
the
then the
storm.
Warlord. Actually, I actually heard it was Optic Hex
Hex,
that
yeah.
made the call.
I think
Um,
from what I saw, Shotzi wanted to change, Dashy and Hook didn't, but Hex is the one that made the call to
yeah.
change.
The Warlord strikes again. Shotzi has the keys. We've known that for a while, and I actually love because Hex went on stream and talked about this a pretty decent amount. Like we got a lot of information from that, and I loved every bit of it. Like I watched a good chunk of it. Um, I love that he just told Shotzi to just embrace the Warlord because he is like he has the keys. Like we're not idiots. The Warlord's just funny. But he has the keys, and I think rightfully so. He's shown time and time again how good he can be. He's one world champ. He won 2 world championships. So like, come on. The guy's insane. The Warlord strikes again, and the kid Merc is in. We were very high on him after the major. We couldn't sing his praises enough. Like
Very true.
we've only had anything positive about this kid. I think he fit the Toronto lineup pretty well. He was just able to slot in because that system is just it's just a really good system.
It is.
I don't know how he's gonna do on Optic. There's a lot of pressure that comes with Optic. First off, and two, they're in a very different spot than Toronto Ultra. They're fighting for champs. I don't know if that's gonna bring him some motivation, or if that's gonna affect him at all.
I mean, if we're being honest, Optic
They
is
should have it.
basically that they're
They should have
basically
it.
locked.
They
But
should have it. Yeah.
unless C9 or Rocker make like a top 3 appearance at the major, it's going to Optic.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah. I think they
especially
only
with
get
how the
better. Yeah.
matches came this week. It's I would be surprised if Optic didn't make it.
Yeah. Rocker shouldn't make it, especially how they fumbled this past weekend. We'll get into that. But yeah. I love this change. I do like Hook staying too. I know people are kind of down on Hook the last little bit. Hasn't proved himself that he was the player when they first got him. I still think Hook is great. I think this is a good game for him. I think there's just a lot of drama in this
I
Optic camp.
mean, I think Hook is. I don't think he's an amazing player, but I think he's a solid player.
Yeah.
You know, he's no superstar, but he'll still put up the numbers.
Yeah, Hook is
You
good.
know,
Dashy's been their best player all year, and I
yes.
don't think it's anywhere close. Genuinely, Dashy's been insane this year. I know even during the stint where they went what 0-19
Well,
map count, something like that. Dashy was still putting up good numbers. Was it great numbers? Not really, but it was still
but
good numbers.
there's only
Yeah,
so much you can really do when your whole team is basically throwing every game.
yeah, that's true. Skies gets benched. Not surprising. Um,
Yo, crazy to me that he thought he was godlike at this game.
yeah, that was. I mean, he plays well in scrims. From what we've seen, he plays well in scrims.
He
He
can't
does
translate
very
that.
well in eights. He could be godlike in scrims and in eights. He's just not producing in the matches. There was some drama with the PCs that we were talking about the other day. Kenny and the Skies, both their PCs had SSD failures in them, I believe.
Well, it's the same
Um,
PC.
yeah. So like that could be an explanation as to why Kenny was getting shit on so bad and Skies was getting shit on until literally this past weekend. But I don't know. Skies, I just don't think this was his game. You called it months and months ago. You literally said this just isn't his game, and I think you're right. Um,
Yeah,
he's
but I can
not a
see him
bad
bounce
player.
back. I can
He's
see
not a
him
bad
bounce
player.
back for next year. You
Yeah,
know,
he's not a bad player. I just think with both systems, the LHE system and here, he was just uncomfortable. Literally just two main ARs. He Why do teams do that, man?
yeah,
Dashy's the main AR here. Skies
you
is a
need a
main AR
flex.
player. Yeah.
You need
You
a
need an
flex,
actual flex.
and Merc is that flex that they needed.
Yeah.
I feel like with how Merc is, I think it's gonna unleash Dashy a little bit
I think so
personally.
too. I think so too. I think Dashy is their player to watch. He's been putting up good numbers all year. He was an MVP candidate for up until Major One. He was damn good. So if he gets back to that form,
I mean, I can
Optic can
kind
be
of see Shotzi kind of picking it up too. I mean, throughout
yeah,
this year, it looked like Shotzi has made a lot of brain dead plays.
yeah,
But in his defense, personally, I think it's more of him just trying to overcompensate for his team.
yeah,
You know, they weren't really comfortable together. They weren't producing. You know, I think adding Merc with a little more consistency, I think he doesn't really need to overcompensate as much,
yeah.
and he'll play way better.
I agree. I agree. I think everyone's just gonna get better with this change, and it's not to shit on Skies. I know he was dropping point sevens pretty consistently,
I
but
think it's
he's
just the
not a
play
bad
style.
player.
I think it's just the play
It's
styles.
purely a play style thing. Yes,
Exactly.
it's purely play style. Like it's nothing against him as a player. He just didn't fit into the system. Um, but yeah, Optic makes the change after beating Vancouver, which is very questionable,
No,
but
this
I
change
like
was
it.
so from what I saw, this change was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know what delayed it. I don't think we'll ever know, but
yeah.
uh, I they were gonna make a change no matter how that Seattle series went.
Yeah, and it just so happened that they cooked Seattle, so which is
Exactly.
crazy to even think about. But enough about Optic Texas. I'm looking forward to talking about them later and in the future. I'm excited for that team, as I'm sure you are too.
Oh yeah.
And let's get into this. Phase Vancouver.
This this was a good series, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was entertained.
I mean, FaZe and their hard points, they seem to can't win them against top teams. I mean, and FaZe just dominated the search game.
Dude, FaZe Neslos, bro. I don't understand. They Nesloed at Major 1 in the grand finals.
Yep.
It was a hard Neslo, and they picked it up for Major 2. Like their hard point was pretty damn good. And then something happened. Don't know what. It just didn't work out. Their hard point was very bad, and it's been the same thing happening. Hard point not great, and Seattle's just good at hard point.
I mean, yeah, this series especially, it just looked like Simp had their number all series. Like, this man almost dropped a 3 KD in SND. Like,
Yeah.
that's just insane.
Yeah.
You know?
Simp's just Simp, man. Like this guy's insane. But yeah, are we worried for Vancouver starting 0-2?
Uh, I wouldn't be that worried after this series particularly. We'll get more into that when we cover them in Optic, but
Yeah.
personally, after this series, I wouldn't be worried.
Okay.
There's definitely things they need to work on, especially search. Because I
Yeah.
feel like they lose search a decent amount against the top teams.
I feel like they always lose control too. I just feel like control.
Yeah,
But control's so day to day. I feel like not just like pro side, just every like control is
yeah.
just a game mode.
Even us, we've had games where we dominate, and then literally next game on the same map, we got
Yeah.
absolutely shit on.
Yeah, like
Like
I think
control is
yeah.
like a 50-50, I feel like.
Yeah, but there are
Unless
teams that
you're
just
LA Thieves.
have it locked down. Like FaZe and
Uh,
LA Thieves are two main ones.
yes.
That just have the mode on lock. It's not often they drop it. FaZe wins in the Neslo. I'm not worried about either team personally.
No.
FaZe with that absurd talent that they have are going to find it in hardpoint. It's just a matter of when. It's not a if, it's a when kind of thing.
Yeah.
And with Vancouver, they made what 3 back-to-back finals? The minor, the major, and then the other major. 3 back-to-back finals.
All second place.
All second places. I'm not that worried about these guys. I know 04 and Nasty dropped a bit of a stinker. 04, I'm super high on. I don't think you're as high on him as I am.
So
but
for me,
I love his search game.
So for me in 04, I think it's really he doesn't get a ton of kills, but he gets a lot of impactful kills.
I love that. Yes.
You know? Like he's doing his job. He's letting other people slay for him.
Yeah.
You know, he's kind of just picking up the pieces, you know, getting 2 pieces here and there.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I think he's good.
I'm very high on 04. His search plays just blow me away. Like I feel like so frequently. I know in this series specifically it didn't work, but overall I'm very high on 04. 0.7 is tough, but what are you gonna do? Nasty had a very abnormal series because I feel like Nasty's been one of their more consistent players throughout the whole year. Just a bad series from him. I'm not worried though. These teams are good. Like they're gonna be on the Sunday most likely every time.
100%.
We got any final thoughts about the series, or should we move on?
I think we should just move on.
I hear you. And we go Ravens Ultra 3-1 fashion going in favor of the Toronto Ultra. This was a very close series actually. The hard points don't say it, but the rest of the series does. Ravens threw away that map 3 protocol control.
Yeah.
My onliner Gwyn only dropped a 0.99. This guy this guy's good. Slasher does have to pick it up. I'm high on Slasher. I know what he brings to the table, but he even said himself that he just needs to be better.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't even like watching this Ravens team. There's something about them they're just not good. I know the series was close, but I don't see them ever making a Sunday. Like ever.
They made a
There's,
Sunday this
I
year
know,
already.
but like that was the beginning of the year. They were good in the
It
beginning of
still
the year.
counts. Yeah. Dylan Rex for Vivid.
I,
Dylan Rex had a
it,
good series.
but like I said last time, it wasn't a Vivid problem.
I agree.
Like Dylan Rex is playing good. It's not a Vivid problem. It's a whole team problem. I don't know what they need to do to solve it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
This team has just been disappointing since almost since the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I was so high on them in the beginning of the year. I was riding their
Oh,
coattails, like I
I was
loved
pleasantly
watching them.
surprised.
I
I was
loved
very
watching them.
pleasantly surprised.
Their search throughout the whole year has been just good. Like they've been one of the better teams in search, and I love watching search. These maps suck for search, but this Ravens team is good at search and destroy. Slasher just has to pick it up. He will tell you himself. Like I believe he tweeted it too. Like he just has to be better, and I think he will be better. And then I just think it just goes to the team diff. Toronto
Yeah,
Ultra is just a better team.
it's
Not
100% a team diff. I mean, even look at Beans. He dropped a 0.7.
0.7
but
for the dub, man.
But he had 10,000 damage. He
Yeah.
almost matched Insight in damage.
Yeah,
You
he's
know,
still
like he still contributed to the team. You know.
Yeah.
I don't, yeah, it's literally just a team diff here.
Yeah. I do also want to talk about the search and destroy just for a brief moment. Just for a brief moment. Can someone help Kleenex on the Toronto side? Please? This guy went 17-7 for the loss.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I
Like,
mean,
genuinely. Someone help this guy. Someone help this guy. I think he literally broke the search record in this series too. I think he holds it for the loss now too. 17-7, which is absurd in search.
especially in a pro game, going 17 kills.
In a pro game and against the Ravens. The Ravens are known for being a great search team. So this is very winnable. This could have been a 3-0 actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have too much else to say besides the map 2. They did throw away Ravens did throw away the map 3. It looked like they had it, honestly. But we got any final thoughts before we move on?
No, let's move on.
Alrighty.
Up next, we have the Battle of Suck.
Who's shittier is what this series is.
Literally just who sucks more. And on the day, it was Falcons. But I mean, if you ignore the search, the control and hardpoint were decently close. You know, like
series fucking sucked, man.
Like, there's not much for me to say. I mean, Kremp played really well, but at the end of the day, this was just not a fun watch.
This wasn't a fun watch. I will say, about the C9 change, the Rodden Capsule and Spart, both of them had a good series. I love watching Capsule. He is an impact on the map. He brings some serious pace.
I mean, they're great additions. It was just
made way
too. They made it way too late, and they just made it too late. It's as simple as that. If they made this change earlier, they would be fighting Optic for champs right now. But as we have it, they need to have an amazing major just to make
it. It's doable.
No, it definitely is doable. But I don't know. Even with how good they've played this series,
I don't know if they're going to be able to do it consistency. Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to fare against the top teams.
No, you can say it. Teams that actually shoot back. You can say it. You can say it. This Vegas team sucks. They had a little bit of a honeymoon period where they did beat Optic Texas. That was it. That was their peak. That was their champs because they're not going to champs. That was everything that they worked for the whole year, and it was with a brand new team. Pred is still their superstar. Pred is their guy. He's gonna be there for as long as he wants, essentially. Priest is like we said before. P Dog and R Cities, this does not work. We're gonna say it every week. Someone's got to get dropped. It's not gonna happen,
No,
but yeah,
they're completely out of chance. There's no.
yeah. I think they're mathematically out now.
I yeah. Unless they somehow have a perfect qualifier, which
No,
obviously
I'm
they
pretty sure
can't.
they're like literally like mathematically out. I'm
Are
pretty
they?
sure. I'm pretty sure the CDL like tweeted it,
That's
but yeah, they're mathematically out, and we're not even at the major yet. Um, I don't have much to say about these Falcons other than they suck. I do want to give some love to C9. This change is better. Like this is a better team than what you had. You just made it too late. It's literally like you said before. They made the change too late.
yeah.
I do love seeing Capsule in the league again. He sets serious pace on this game. Like he's just a fun watch, and his search has been incredible too. In every series that he's played. We got any final thoughts? Anyone? Should we move on?
No, that series was bad.
Oh, and you want to talk about a bad series? Oh, let me tell you, because for some godforsaken reason, the Minnesota Rocker doesn't want to go to champs. They don't want to play at the biggest tournament of the year. They don't want to play. They decided we're gonna give Falcons a win. Why? They're not in the champs race or anything. We're in the champs race. We should be winning against an easy opponent, and for some reason we throw everything away.
Bro, Minnesota and their game 5 round fucking 11s. I can't with this team.
How
How
the
many
fuck
games
are you going to map 5 against the Falcons? How the fuck
not even
is that happening?
How the fuck are you going to map 5 in like 6 different series almost in a row? Like, and losing most of them.
It's so frustrating because they
You
have
know they can
serious
win.
talent.
Yes, we've seen they can win. There's so many winnable series that
Yeah.
they just throw away.
Yeah. These Falcon cats, like I was high on them when they beat Optic. I thought they were gonna, move forward. I don't know what the hell happened. I was horribly wrong. It was a honeymoon period. This win meant nothing. To put it into perspective, the Falcons are about to be tied in CDL points with the LAG. LAG hasn't had a win in a long time. We're gonna get into that later, but Falcons suck. There's no excuse for Rocker. No excuse. This was unacceptable, and I believe they'll tell you that straight up. This is just look at the stats, man.
They outslayed them.
They heavily outslayed them. Map 1 was dominant. Somehow you lost a search to these guys. Somehow you lost the controls to these guys. You win the map 4, and then it's just a classic Minnesota Rocker series going round 11.
I mean, I know it's just crazy because Falcons have looked good on hardpoint, but bad on every other mode.
And it was the opposite this series.
It was the opposite this series.
Yeah.
Like,
excellent, bro.
I don't know what else to say about this series other than like.
See you in Cancun, bro. See you in Cancun.
Rocker,
bye-bye. It's over. I mean, it's not over till it's over, but like it's pretty much over.
It's over.
I don't have much else to say. Both these teams suck. We'll see them in Cancun. We'll see them in EWC. Let's move on. This one caught me off guard. The Carolina Royal Ravens 3-0 the Boston Breach.
This one threw me off too.
I mean, Ravens are kind of good again. I don't. It's whenever they feel like it. I feel like it's literally Ravens show up whenever they feel like it. Whenever TJ Halley decides to wake up on the right side of the bed.
No. They show up against bottom and mid-pack teams. Okay? That's the only time they ever show up.
No, I honestly think it's whenever they feel like it. And they just don't feel like it ever. Like, I genuinely think it's whenever TJ wakes up on the right side of the bed.
Possible. I mean, Dylan Rex also had an amazing series.
Dylan Rex was the standout this series for me personally. I haven't been expecting too much out of him. He's kind of not
I
proven me wrong because like I've never said he's a bad player,
I
but
honestly I
he
think he
is.
just adds
Yeah.
more consistency to the lineup.
Yes, I think
You
that's the
know,
best way to put it. Yeah.
because most series will have like a 1 KD ish
Yeah.
around there, which
Yeah,
is
but
better
yeah.
than I think Vivid had higher highs, but Vivid also had a lot lower lows.
This is also such a short time period too,
That's
so it's so
also
hard to
true.
tell.
But I don't know. I think
Yeah.
just the consistency he brings to this roster, even though I shit on them earlier, I think he is a good pickup. He brings the consistency that they desperately need.
Yeah,
Uh,
but again, it's like we said before. Vivid wasn't the whole issue.
no,
The whole issue is Gwyn not shooting back at on land. That was a very big issue. Also, not turning up against the top teams. But you got the Boston Breach or Boston Bleach, if you want to call it that. Um, I've been calling for a change for a while. It's not happening. I know it's not happening, but I would still love a change. Champs is locked for them. It should be. I would love a change personally for one of the ARs. I've said it on 10 million shows. I'm saying it again. It and I only say it with Boston so much because I genuinely think they can be insane.
yeah, they've
Like
shown that
yeah.
they can compete with the top teams, even on land.
Yeah. So it's
Like
like if they can upgrade one of the ARs, they can really they can make it to a Sunday. But when
it's too late
Awakening
now.
is dropping a point 0.6, Cammy point 0.8. Cammy has been better recently. In the last while actually, he's been pretty solid. Purge point 0.8. I'm not concerned about Purge. Purge has very high highs. His lows aren't too low for the most part, at least this year. Snoopy has taken a step back. I know he dropped a 1.0, but he's not
He's
the
not
Snoopy we
dominating.
knew that we in the past few stages, but I think he's just gonna find it again. Like I'm
Yeah,
not worried about Snoopy. I'm
I,
worried about
I
the ARs.
I mean, I wouldn't be too worried about the series. I think this was just
No,
kind of an off series for
this series
Boston.
definitely was an off one, but
Yeah,
it just I feel like it makes my
it's a
point even
it's a hard
clearer.
loss to take.
I feel like it makes my point even clearer that an AR at least one AR change would help this team.
Yeah, but we're at this point of the season. Who are you picking up? I
Yeah,
mean, Merc is gone, Rex is gone. Uh,
yeah,
so many players are just gone.
yeah, dude. You
Lunars,
got
even though
yeah.
Lunars hasn't been playing amazing, he was a top prospect. He's gone. All the top prospects are gone. You know,
True.
they missed their opportunity to change.
I mean, there's still some good ones. There's still some good ones out there. You just gotta look a little deeper.
That's true.
I do want to look at this Cammy 1v5 in the control because how the hell did Ravens let this happen?
Holy shit! This 1v5 was the best
1v5,
play of the
sorry.
year. This might be the best play of the year.
It might be.
It
It
honestly might
genuinely
be.
might be. Like, how did they lose this? Look at how close the point is. Gwen gets one. Where's the trade? No trade, no trade, no trade. Shit on. Still no trade. Shit on again. Cammy knows he has timing because the guy has to spawn up and get there.
Bro,
Like, why is who's last alive? Gwyn? Why is he rushing? He has 45 seconds. He has so much time. So much time to play with.
I don't know
So much
why
time to
he
play
would
with.
peak that with an SMG too against the Amy's. Like,
Against the God Amy's, bro. This gun's insane.
I mean, I've heard they've un-GA'd the barrel and stuff and the
Yeah, but that was on
muzzle.
the old patch and like
Well, they're on the
I mean,
old patch.
that was on the new patch, but now they're
Oh
on the
yeah,
old patch because
they're
this
on the
game
old
is
patch.
fucking bro. And we didn't even talk about that.
You know, the
This
fucking
game is
podcaster.
so fucking broken. Every time I try to, this is getting off track, but I need to get this out. Why the fuck does the scoreboard never work, man? I try to watch the game. I try my hardest, and I try to enjoy what I'm watching. And I do when I'm not looking at the broken fucking scoreboard. Every time it's broken, man. Like, I just want to see a good scoreboard. It worked in 2009. I played Call of Duty in 2009. Why is the scoreboard not
Bro,
working in 2025?
bro, every update breaks Codcaster even more.
Dude.
It's honestly pathetic that the pros have to play on the old patch for
Yeah.
the simple fact that Codcaster doesn't work on the new patch.
It's absurd. Like, not even is just the scoreboard broken, but it's like you said, Codcaster literally breaks. It's uncastable, according to the pros. Like, we haven't seen it, but according to the pros, it's literally uncastable. Like, everything's broken. Every
Yeah.
single update they do to the game breaks it.
Yeah,
I was lagging for freaking 3 weeks.
bro, it's so fucking bad that what's it called, Codcaster? They were getting the hill time wrong. It was literally getting everything wrong.
Everything.
That's just not a great viewing experience.
Like, is it a QA tester thing? Like, is it
no, they don't
like
test.
they don't like it, yeah, but
No,
I more so mean like, is it because they don't have QA testers? Is what I'm trying to say. Sorry.
So I know this was many years ago.
Uh-huh.
Now, but they fired like 90% of their QA testers. I have no idea if they rehired them in these past couple years.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say they haven't. If
Clearly,
every update,
this
it's completely broken.
this is a multi-billion with a B $1 billion company. Why can't I have a working scoreboard? I don't think I'm asking for much. I genuinely don't think I'm asking for much. Why can't I have a working scoreboard? Genuinely,
Hey, hell yeah.
it worked in 2009, man. I don't get it. Everything they do breaks the game. The Amy's is the best gun in the game. The sub sucks. We're going on a We're going back on the old patch because the game's so broken.
It's crazy.
It's ridiculous, man.
How the pros had to un-GA the barrel and muzzle because the devs nerfed the sub again.
What are we
Like,
nerfing the sub for?
Bro, even the pros are going like, these nerfs are too much. Like, at what point do you just go like, dude, stop nerfing it? I don't know why they're nerfing it and leaving the C9 completely alone.
Yeah, but the pros are not using
C9. Yeah, but the C9 is objectively the better gun.
Yeah.
Well, up close, it's the better gun.
Yeah.
Range, I'm pretty sure this Jackal still has a beat, but up close, it's the gun.
Yeah. But, dude, it's just everything they do breaks the game. This freaking Amy's is the best gun in the game, I swear to God. Like, it's absurd. This shit is insane.
It's the worst AR.
And it's still better than every single sub. Every single sub.
No, I think the C9 beats at close range, but
no, you have not gotten into the gunfights I've been getting into. But let's move on. Little rant over. Let's move on. Oh boy, we are gonna have fun here. It might be a little bit more yelling. Optic Texas 3-0, the Vancouver Surge. This was not close. This was a stompage. This was bullying from the Optic Texas. Everyone positive from Optic Texas. Red carpet for Vancouver. I do want to ask before we get started here, because they're in Vancouver, does connection play a role here?
It definitely plays a role. It 100% plays a role.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know how much of a role it really plays in a slammage like this. You know?
I don't know. Yeah.
I wouldn't be too worried if I'm Surge here, if I'm Surge fan. I mean, they've gotten back to back in majors, you know, second Yeah, they got slammed in those grand finals, but back-to-back
Yeah.
second places. This is a team that we know will show up on LAN.
Yeah.
Uh, there's not much to really say. I mean, they're online matches.
Yeah.
They're not really a true test on who's the best,
I don't know how
especially with
servers play a role here too.
it
Like I don't
definitely
know.
plays
Yeah.
a role. Being on like 30 ping compared to like 3 ping
Mhm.
that you're on LAN,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I don't know. I wouldn't be too worried.
Uh, if I'm Vancouver, if I'm a fan of Vancouver, I'm not getting worried yet. If they lose their next few matches online, then I'm gonna start to get worried. Um, Optic just kind of cooked. Like I don't think there's much to really say. This is this is the team that Shotzi was talking about all this time in scrims. He's like, we're really finding it in scrims. This is what he was talking about.
I mean, this is the team that they showed in scrims when
Yeah,
they're streaming scrims.
yeah. This is what he was talking about all this time. Like, we're better than what we showed, yada, yada, yada. This is exactly what he was talking about. This team just took down the Surge that placed second the last few majors. That's a big positive for Optic. And that also gives you some CDL points, too. Um, it gives you a bigger lead against the Minnesota Rocker. And Shotzi MVP here. Uh, Optic just slammed. Genuinely, like, they just cooked. Finally. But that is the last time we're going to see Skies in this lineup. So at least he went out with a bang.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Miami, bro. These guys are the real deal. I said it last episode on these guys are good. Their search is unbelievable, and I'm just gonna say it now.
Their search is literally just super. Like
Super is the best search player on the planet right now.
Yes.
This guy is absurd.
Bro, he straight up carried them to that game 5 win. 16-4. 16. He had a 4
We got 12
KD.
We got
a 4 KD in search. You won with one of your teammates going 4-11. What the fuck? Like, this man straight up carried them to beat them on these searches.
Yeah.
Like, even in the first search, 12-5. Like, without Super in this lineup, LA Thieves, what? It's a quick 3-0. Quick 3-0. Literally, no, just any other fucking player, this is a 3-0. But you have the best S&D player on your team, and you managed to upset the LA Thieves. There is not much more you could really ask for from this team. Like, they made a Sunday. They've made 2 Sundays.
They made 2 Sundays this year, yeah.
They made 2 Sundays this year, and they beat arguably the best team. Yeah, it's online, but this Miami team is looking really good.
I do want to.
I'm excited to see what comes of this team.
I do want to add on to your search points. Super dropped 12-5 in the map 2. Just to put that into perspective for a second, Real had 675 damage.
Yeah.
That's not great. He Real had the kills, but this guy went 12-5 in the map 2. That was a team effort right there. Then we go to the map 5. This feels like less of a team effort and more Super kind of doing whatever the hell he wanted.
I mean, we gotta give it to Real a little bit, 9-11.
Yeah, like
he was.
Real's been great the whole year. Real's been great the whole year. I didn't mean to single out Real like that. Like, I'm not picking on Real or anything like that. I think it's more so me just saying how good Super has been for these guys.
Super has been the world for these guys. I honestly wish they made this change sooner. I would have loved to see this team throughout
the whole year. And I'm gonna say with this Miami squad, I still think they get better if they lose medals. And what I mean by that, this is an absurd thing that could happen, but I'm gonna put it out into the universe. All right,
This is about to
Snoopy,
be faded.
Snoopy to Miami. Snoopy
This,
speaks Spanish,
oh
very
shit.
fluent, very fluent. Um, if
Yeah, but who's gonna
Snoop,
be AR then?
what do you mean? Meadows is a SMG.
Is he?
Meadows is SMG. Real's SMG. Rencor and Super are the ARs. So, if Boston wants to make some money, Miami could really upgrade their team for next season. Because Snoopy to this lineup, this brings them closer to a grand final, in my opinion. But anyway, dude, Miami's search is just incredible. I
Yeah.
didn't expect that with this squad, like at all. I didn't know what to expect. I was very down on them for a long time, and I said their major one stint, their major one Sunday was a fluke. I was very down on them. They placed top 12. After that, it was looking like I was right. Then Super came in. I was not familiar with your game, Super. You have proven me wrong, and you are a star, man. You are a S&D superstar. You're putting up numbers in Respawn. You dropped a 1.3 against one of the best teams in the game. Carried your team here. Carried your
Yeah.
team here against one of the best teams in the game. These guys just won the major, by the way. The LA Thieves.
I
They start
mean,
off 0
yeah.
2. Do we
It's
get
online though.
do we get worried
No,
or
not
not
even
yet?
close. Bro,
Yeah,
not.
I agree.
I wouldn't be worried at all. Honestly, they could go 0-5, and I wouldn't be worried about this LA
All right,
Thieves
I'd
team.
be a little concerned if they went 0 5.
For me, it's the same as FaZe. You know, they'll have off series, but
They
at the
earned
end
the
of the
benefit.
day,
I hear you.
they they have the benefit of the doubt. They
I
they
hear you.
can show up at the major.
I hear you. Miami's looking good though, man. I'm very happy to be wrong here. I really like this Miami squad now. Now that they actually shoot back, it's so nice to watch them.
Yeah,
And LA Thieves start off 0 2.
we'll get a little more into that
They'll
later.
get better. They'll get better with time.
Yeah,
Like they just won the major. I think it's just at major blues. You know what I'm saying? Like the like post major syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I'm not worried. I wouldn't
Oh
be worried at all.
fuck me, bro. LAG wasted our time yet again, bringing this series to a map 5 just to lose in a 6-0 fashion. I hate this LAG. I hate these guys, bro. I don't think you understand. I hate these guys, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
These guys suck.
I mean, if Miami wasn't so good at search, LA Thieves could have won this. Like, even that control, it was
Dude,
pretty close.
it was until it wasn't.
Well, yeah,
Miami
but
just iced up. LAG suck. Kismet returns back to form, still being their best player. Johnny has a bad series. Fellow has not shown much so far.
Lunar's had a pretty good series.
Lunars has been kicking up the last few series, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just annoying that it took him 5 months to turn up. When they're already out of champs.
I mean, challengers and pros are so different.
It is. I don't want to bully the guy. I'm not. That's not what I'm trying to do here.
I think he deserves a spot personally. I don't think he's playing. I think he's better than some of the other ARs in the league. That's what I really should be saying.
I think you can make an argument. I guess, yeah. Miami's just unreal at search.
Yeah, no,
6-0, bro. 6-0 is impressive. And let me guess, was it Super? No, Super had 4 kills. This guy didn't see anyone. It was Real. It was Real. Everyone just played their role. It was a 6-0 slammage. LAG still suck. I don't have much to say. Build around Kismet and move on. Everyone here is droppable, in my opinion, except Kismet on this LAG squad. I think you can make an argument for Johnny. You can kind of make an argument for Lunars, but I personally don't think it's a good argument for Lunars, personally. But LAG just gotta move forward. Think about EWC. That's the spot that they're in.
Yeah.
Literally right with Falcons.
Yeah.
Let's move on. I don't think we should talk about it much more. And fucking hell, man.
I don't even want to fucking talk. I fucking hate C9. I hate them so much.
Yo, is this hold on, is this a hate show? This might actually be a hate show right now.
We haven't talked about a lot of things we do like. Uh,
I love Capsule. I love Capsule. I'm gonna start that off. We need some positivity. I love Capsule. This guy brings insane pace. He is shooting on all cylinders. He's a menace in search. This guy is just good. Um,
yeah.
I don't know why he just wasn't in the league for so long. I know he was in the league last year, but that was the Boston stint, and so many problems with that squad. I don't think it was all in Capsule. Um, these guys are probably out of champs. I don't really know what to say here about this squad. Genuinely, like, these guys just did not shoot back, especially Sib. Sib's supposed to be their superstar, and he just didn't show up here.
Yo, you know my feelings on Sib.
I love Sib. I'm very high on Sib.
I think he's the most overrated superstar in the league. I don't think he's a superstar. I think he's a star, not a superstar.
I think this year you can make that argument. Last year he was undeniable. Last year he was undeniable. Last year he was undeniable in the second half. He was a superstar last year. This year, very, very rocky, very up and down. I don't really know if it's more of this game has more of a skill gap, or just headbang. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what it is.
I honestly think he's just a player that plays better with better teammates. You know, well, most people are like that, but I think if he doesn't have like amazing teammates, he's not gonna be that star. I don't know.
He just needs people to enable him. Like he played with accuracy for so long, and that's the perfect guy to enable a young gun like Sib. You know, he's accuracy was a veteran. His mind for the game is just so insane. Like everyone respects this guy for his mind for Call of Duty. It was the perfect guy for Sib to learn from, and he still has accuracy as a coach. Gameplay's different, you know. Gameplay's different. This game is just different than last year. We're about to hit Major 4. These guys are most likely out of champs. Let's talk about Toronto for a second, though. Is there really much to say about them, though? They're just Toronto right now.
I mean, they're looking really good.
I think after the Major, you could have made the argument Merc for Beans or Merc for Insight. The argument was there. But Beans is kind of showing why he kept his spot.
Yeah, they played well in the Major with Merc, but I think just Beans brings so much more.
I think it's just the same result, you know.
He's also someone you played with all year. That team connection is there. Honestly, I think they would have made the finals if Beans was in the lineup for that Major.
They could have. Honestly, they could have made the finals with Merc if they didn't throw away that map 1.
That's true.
You go 5, who knows what happens. But yeah, Toronto's just better. Like Toronto's a top team. I'm expecting them to make yet another Sunday. Let's move on to our final match of the weekend. It was Atlanta FaZe, LA Thieves, Slammage. This series wasn't close.
No.
Like at all.
Yo, it was the Cell show. I mean,
dude,
Cell
this guy dropped a 1.9 in this series.
Bro, this man had a 2.29 hardpoint KD.
Yeah.
Like, they played one hardpoint.
Yeah.
That's fucking insane. 39 and 17. Map 1. 39 and 17. That's crazy to do. especially against a team like LA Thieves.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what changed between their last series and this one, but their hardpoint looked really good. Obviously it's only the one game.
It's only the one, but yeah, I hear exactly what you're saying though.
But their hardpoint looks good. And they beat an LA Thieves team that's one of the more dominant teams on hardpoint.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't know. If I'm a FaZe fan, everything's looking up. You know?
Well, yeah, things are never looking down at FaZe. Even with the top six, I get it. Top six is not where FaZe should be.
It happens.
But they were coming off a three-peat. Like, you're not going to win every major forever.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
Though they kind of could have. I can't lie. They kind of could have. Thieves are just in the hangover. The post-major hangover. They're going to wake up.
They will.
This team, I think it's like we said before, these guys have earned the benefit rather than doubting them. Just like FaZe. Like, these two are just in a league of their own. No one else has won a major. So I think that these guys just kind of deserve they deserve the benefit.
I want to see these teams play in the major.
I want to see. They haven't played on land since Major 1, the grand final. Yeah. So I really want to see it again. Yeah,
I want to see both these teams play at the major. I mean, that's the only way to really know who's better.
Yeah, but MC 1.9. This guy's MVP for the year, right? Like we're in.
100%.
We're in agreement. Yeah,
I think he's a lock for MVP of the year. He's
honestly,
played
I feel like
fucking mine.
I feel like it's him and Scrap. I can't lie. I feel like Scrap's had a damn good year too.
I mean, even this series, he played.
He needed some help. He needed some help in that map 1.
Yeah.
He really just had a bad map 3. That was it.
I could see the argument for Scrap, but I think
it's definitely
clear.
MC.
It's
definitely
clear
MC.
as day.
It's clear as day, MC.
Yeah.
Yeah, not much to say here. The last thing we're doing, we got predictions up. We gotta predict this weekend. I didn't look at this schedule, but holy slammage is what this weekend looks like. Oh, Jesus. What do we think, Miami Falcons? 3-0, right? Do we think Falcons take 1? I think they might take 1.
I think they take the hard point. If they're they're taking a map, I think it's gonna be the hard point.
I agree. And the new Optic Texas, we see them on Friday. We see them very, very soon in the second match of the day.
So I think it's gonna be a 3-1 Optic.
I got a 3-0 Optic personally. I'm not as high on this Boston squad. I'll definitely concede, because I think Boston probably takes the search.
Look, I'm high on this Boston squad, but I don't know. With how bad Optic has been this year, I think
they can't get worse.
They've shown moments of brilliance. Even on scrims, they look really good. I think they just need to translate, and I think this is the perfect team to try that against.
You see, I don't even think that. I think they can't get worse. They genuinely can't get worse. So, Optic, 3-1. Fucking hell. C9. C9's in hell. 3-0. Nope. Move 3-0. On.
3-0.
I think C9 could make this interesting if they're all shooting at the same time.
Get out of here. No.
But Miami, no. Miami's definitely winning. But if Sib just starts shooting like he's supposed to, like he's getting paid to, then this could get a little crazy. I kind of want to go 3-1 here.
I'll concede the 3-1, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh, fucking hell, dude! Both these guys suck.
I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea who's gonna win this series.
Every time I see, this has Map 5 written all over it.
It does have Map 5 written all over it.
Why is it that every time I look at the schedule, like everyone's about to get slammed?
This is gonna sound
Rockers do. No, Rockers winning a Map 5. There's no way you're about to pick LAG. LAG are ass, bro. No. They have 3 wins on the year. They're not making it a 4th. It's over for this squad. They're not winning. They're not making it a fourth. They're not. Rocker has way more to play for.
I could see the 3-2, but I think Jesuits are gonna win it.
You're faded.
Bro, I think Minnesota Rocker, their entire mental is chalked. I think they're just done for the year.
And you think LAG aren't? They have 3 wins on the year.
See, yeah.
When was LAG's last win? Can you look that up for a second? Like, genuinely, when was their last win? It might have been Major 2. Because 0-5. Sometime Major 2? I don't know.
So it was March 9th against the Falcons.
March
9th. It's been 2 months.
You're telling me they haven't won a match in 2 months and you're picking them to win? Yeah. I'm faded. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Let's move on. LA Thieves. Oh, fucking hell. 3-0. Alright. Optic Texas and Royal Ravens. I'm not even touching that Falcons Thieves series. We're not even discussing that. That's over.
3-0 Optic.
I got 3-2. I think Ravens are going to try to Neslo this series. I'm feeling a Neslo, but it's going to be a failed Neslo, and Optic are going to get their dub.
I could see that.
Surge and Breach, this probably goes the exact way it's gone all year, and on land, this probably goes 3-1 Surge. What do you think?
I agree with that.
And then Atlanta phase. Oh, fucking hell, man. I'm sorry. Actually, no. I'll save it. Rocker. Oh, Jesus Christ. Are we in agreement for this Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. All these teams suck. Genuinely, we are in the no. We're gonna look at all these teams right now, because all these teams suck. Every team in the CDL sucks except 4. Let me scroll down. Ass.
Ish.
Ass. And then, all right, my bad. 5 to 6 good teams in a 12-team league.
That sounds about right for most leagues.
That's unacceptable. I'm sorry. What have you done all year? How do you have 30 points in? We're in May. How do you have 30 points in May? How do you? I mean, I know how you got 20 points. You're an idiot. Like, I'm sorry, but we are in the plumber. We're in the plumber league. We are in the plumber league. We're in the friendship league. We're in the plumber league. I don't care what you gotta call it. Everyone sucks, man. Yep. All these teams suck. Every weekend I watch, and everyone just gets slammed. Like, most of the time, it doesn't even go map 5 no more. I don't know if it's a game thing, if the talent just isn't there. Like, come on, man. Like, this league is so annoying, bro.
I mean, that's most leagues, though. A lot of leagues, you have, like, half the league sucks.
I get that, but, like, man, like...
That's just something that's inevitable, you know?
Yeah, but these teams can be good. Like, they're 4-22 on the year. They're about to hit Zuma's 4-23. Do you know how hard that is?
No, I agree.
Like, that's unacceptable. I do feel bad for Gentlemates buying this spot, because I don't even think it's completely on them. It's literally just the LAG curse, man. They had to keep that name, so the bad voodoo magic nonsense just kept with them, man. It has to be it. There's no other logical explanation. It looks like you agree with me with the way you're reacting. I'm just gonna say that you agree with me. Falcons tried something with the Saudi league, the Saudi nonsense, yada yada. All those Saudi guys suck except for one guy, Exnid, my king. Rocker
Oh,
sucks.
you gotta
What?
give it to Kicks too. I
No,
mean,
I
I know you
no
laugh.
no. I am not giving it to Kicks. I'm not giving it to Kicks. We saw him for 2 weeks. We saw him for 2 weeks. I'm not giving it to Kicks. I gave
Yeah,
it
but
to
he was
him
the best
earlier in the
player.
year. Earlier in the year, we saw him for 2 weeks. Exnid's been there the whole year. I'm giving it to Exnid. We saw him the whole year. Exnid's my king. He's my king, bro. I love that guy. He has so much passion. He has more passion than all these damn pros.
Yeah.
This league is just frustrating because COD could be something so special, but it's just not. And it's not entirely on these teams. It's also the format. This format sucks.
Bro, I I fucking hate Control. I honestly,
Please, by all means.
I think Control is the worst game mode to ever fucking come about in Call of Duty.
It's bad.
The only fucking game where it was good was BO4.
Ah,
The
BO4, yeah.
first game it was in. That was the only game it was fucking good. Now
Yeah.
bro, all Control is in these
Spawn
past
killing
couple
around.
games, it's spawn trapping.
Yeah.
That's all it fucking is. It's
Yeah.
so fucking annoying to watch.
Yeah.
Bro, honestly, just bring back Capture the Flag. Fuck it.
Oh, I'm sick of it.
With
I'm sick.
trampoline.
I am sick of Control. I'm starting the narrative. CDL is gonna bring in Prop Hunt for the map 3. It's gonna go to round 11. You're gonna hear some whistles, and you're like, "Oh, it's gonna happen." I need it to happen because I don't know how many brain cells I have left to watch Control.
You have
Uh,
0 brain cells to begin with, so
Yeah, but it's even less when I'm watching Control. But on a serious note, give me Uplink. Uplink was easily the best third mode, and it's not even close. Just put little
well,
trampolines, like
yeah.
just like I don't realistic. Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Give me Uplink,
Bro, it's an arcade shooter. This ain't a fucking mill sim.
dude.
Fuck being realistic. COD has
Yeah,
never been realistic.
yeah. Fuck this
Okay?
realism. Fuck this realism.
In real life, LMGs would be the best gun in every sense of the fucking word.
Yeah,
Okay? This ain't realism. Fuck the realism argument.
I agree. I agree with that. I completely agree with that.
You just make it as crazy as you fucking can. Have fun with it.
That's what they should do. They won't do it because casuals. That's what they should do. We just need a better format too. We need open bracket. We need pool play. Like this 12-team league just restricts a lot of talent in challengers. Challengers gets neglected so much.
Bro, I'm not going to talk about challengers. There's been so much talk about challengers
Recently,
with,
yeah, it's been crazy.
with like Zuma and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we're not going to go in depth with that.
yeah,
All I'll say is college COD is the way forward.
I agree.
It's you actually get a degree, and being a pro in any esport is 1 in a trillion. It's so
It's
hard
a dream.
it's hard.
It's a dream. It's a dream.
One, it's hard to even get a shot.
Yeah.
99% of people never even get that shot.
Yeah.
Then it's a 99% chance you're only gonna last a year or two. Like 99.99% of people who try to be a pro don't last. You
Yeah.
need a college degree. You need planning in case it doesn't work out, because most likely it's not gonna fucking work out.
Yeah.
Stop being in challengers, grinding COD as a job, because that's just not how it won't be a job for you.
Honestly, go outside, meet some women, call it a day, bro. Like you gotta do something other than COD. I love COD as much as like everyone. Like I love Call of Duty. I played it for such a long time. I want it to be good. But it's just not a safe option. Like competitively, it's not a safe option. The only thing that's a safe option is kind of Warzone. Warzone you can kind of make some living off of, I feel like. COD multiplayer, it's not marketed to what it should be. And it could be something special.
Warzone's kind of dominated though by a couple teams.
Yeah, but you could at least try.
Everywhere.
Yeah, that's everywhere. They're like, look at this crappy ass league, man. It's got
Yeah.
5 good teams. We just went over this. Half these teams suck. And it's just such a shame because competitive COD could be so special. It was. But we have control, which is ass. We have horrible maps. Should we even talk about that? Like, these maps suck. Horrible format. These online matches are very frustrating because everyone gets slammed. And the one good thing they did this year was the minor tournaments that actually gave you competitive matchups and would make the champs race even closer. And you only did it for the first 2 majors. Like, I
There's just
know it
not
was a
there's not
test, I get that, but like,
the
come on.
problem is there's not enough time in the season for more tournaments.
There is, though, if they didn't take 10 million breaks.
They do take a lot of breaks.
They
It
don't
never,
need to.
even especially in the beginning of the year, they played what 1 or 2 weeks and then took a month break.
Yep.
Like, I, I don't know.
Yeah, this is just our rant. I'm I'm just very frustrated with the way this league is, the way it's ran, like format, all that. I want COD to be good. It's just very frustrating when you get a league like this and a weekend like we're about to see, and it's just going to be slammage after slammage. It's not even entertaining at this point.
No,
It's very
I,
frustrating. The
I'm just,
majors are still great though. I
oh,
love the majors.
I'm just waiting on the major at this point.
I'm just waiting for the CDL to dissolve, bro. I'm waiting for this. I'm praying. I'm praying. I just need a better format. CDL can stay. It just needs to be a better format.
Eh, there's always next year.
Dude, franchising really ruined COD, man. It really did.
Franchising has ruined every esport. Every time the esport goes franchise, it's fucked.
Yeah, it's such a shame. But that is gonna close us out. Void, any final thoughts? Any thoughts at all? Or did we get everything out of you? Any hot takes you want to spill? Anything at all?
I got no, I
You
got
got
nothing.
nothing?
I think we kind of went on a couple rants today.
Oh, I can go all day. I promise.
uh, I don't want to hear it.
All right. Peace out, gents.